Okay. Looks like we are starting. And let me put this away real quick. But effectively, what we're doing today, I don't know how everyone's doing, but what we are doing today, just to make sure we have everything in. Oops. All right, let's go. All right, looks like we are just doing just fine. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Test. What is going on? Hello? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing. Looks like we are not fine. Whoa, what's going on? This is weird. Okay. Let's start that. Okay. Says I'm good? Question mark? Oh, not again. This has happened multiple times before. Okay. Hello. Oh, it's choppy, isn't it? Yeah, it's really choppy. I'm not showing any drop frames, so I don't know if it's Twitch that has the issue or me. Okay, let's... Give me 1 sec. What is going on? Yep, that's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, no, it looks like everything's fine on my end. There is choppiness going on Twitch. Let me just double check that real quick. Of course, this is how it works. Ah. Come on. There's a delay. Okay, so it's just that my feed on the stream manager is not that great. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Feed on manager. Okay, yeah, no, it's fine. It's just the stream manager is really bad. Might need to go into there. Go into channel. Or go into dashboard? Question mark? Yeah. That should be it. Alright, manage. Yeah, no, looks like it's fine for now. Jesus. I streamed a couple days ago and it was fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we are good now. It only took us about 5 minutes to figure that out. But, of course, since that's the case, what we're going to be doing today is tearing apart the GMMK Pro, and the reason for that is because I have the Iron 165, and I wanted to figure out which switches to use. So as you can see here, there is a bunch of switches that I would use, and yes, Browns is one of them. I don't really want to use the Bad Seed Tactiles, mostly because they are the V1s, and they are hard to get. You can't just get these anymore. And soldering with them, I don't know. I think I'd rather buy the Milmax sockets and then use those with this instead of soldering it on. With something like the Glorious Pandas, you can use them anyways, and the Cherry MX Browns, of course, you can buy them as well. It's just the first one, not so much. And there are issues with hot swap sockets when you have soldered or pre-soldered ones. And the reason for that is sometimes the legs are not quite as clean as you want them to be. So we will figure that out. But first, before we do that, we actually have to tear this apart and remove some of the foam inside. Because the foam on the inside can be less of an equivalent, because I know on the inside there is no foam for the Iron 165. But we're only testing with this just because I need to solder the other one. So we're going to test with this, see and get a close approximation before we actually get into it. Again, this is a relatively muted keyboard to begin with. The 165 is not as much, as you can hear right now. Ta-da! That is what I have on the keyboard as of current. Okay, but let's actually get into some stream beats, I guess. Oh, Jesus Christ. I keep forgetting that. All right, so there is that. We are going to reduce the volume a little bit. Not too much. There we go. All right, so yeah, that's what we're going to do. Let me take this apart real quick and disconnect it. Boom. As you can see, this is a decent looking keyboard. And what the heck? Itch. All right, I'll tear this apart real quick. All right. I know a lot of the keyboard community didn't like this keyboard to begin with, and the reason for that is very confusing to me because I cannot find the... Where's my... Oh, there it is. Oh my god. Every freaking time with this. There we are. We need... Okay, again, it is simply because it was excessively stiff. And at the time, what happened was... What was it saying? What happened was, at the time, a lot of the keyboard manufacturers have been going for the... What's it called? The springy or the bouncy feel for their keyboards, making this horrible pick. However, if you were gaming or had heavy switches, this is fine, mostly because it actually had some really good, what's it called, responsiveness or responsive feel, because it was really stiff. In other words, it didn't feel like it was floaty. And when you're playing games, you actually want a more responsive feel, not a floaty feel. So a lot of the gamers were like, oh yeah, this is a gaming keyboard. And it is a gaming keyboard, to be honest. It's not just a custom keyboard. It's just a gaming keyboard that has custom roots. As you can see here, it is made out of full aluminum instead of having a, what's it called? Yeah, full aluminum versus having mostly plastic construction or just a aluminum or metal plate of some sort, and then a plastic or polycarbonate bottom. Mostly it is ABS, but this one, as you can hear, that is solid, actually solid. Come on. There we go. So all of those are the same screw. That is a lot. Oh, right. We're not even done yet. Jesus. I keep forgetting that there's a lot of screws. The second point of contention for this very specific keyboard is the problem it had with the stabilizers. I had the same problem with the stabilizers where they were lubed and they were over lubed with a very specific lube that was not exactly the most pleasant to use. So I had to wash it off because it felt very gummy. It was almost as if there was something stuck in between. Alright, so looks like we have that there. Right, I have to remove the knob. Yeah. Let me just remove the knob real quick. There we go. I like this better than my other board, which is slightly different. We'll put this over here on the side. Bottom, I don't believe we're a daughter. Oh, we do have a daughter board. Oh. So yeah, you do have to remove the connector over there. So yeah, that is the difference. Okay, so now here's the difference between this and the Iron 165. This has a bunch of foam in it. Iron 165 does not have any foam whatsoever. And there are, of course, kits to reduce or mitigate the issue, quote unquote, of this being way too, how do you say it? Way too stiff. No, but for me, I find that being stiff is a plus side for this board, simply because, like I said, if you are playing a bunch of competitive games or whatnot, having a custom keyboard like this being very stiff makes it feel also relatively responsive, especially if you have heavier keys. Alright, so that's what we're gonna go for today. A little too much to one side. Yeah, so there is some flex now, so you can feel here. Okay, so we'll put this back in. And now we should be able to close the frame. I literally just recently developed some carpal tunnel and I don't like it. It's horrible. Every time I do a certain movement, it just feels wrong and it then hurts after a while. So, no, I don't like it. It's not good. Alright. I mean, there is now some flex. As you can see, like it's very subtle, but there is flex now, but that's before screwing anything in. Alright, so let's screw a couple of those screws in, and we'll see if it actually retains some of that flex. I don't think so, just because the, what's it called? The board normally doesn't have any flex, but we'll find out in a bit. Give me a sec here. Nope, that is unscrew. We're gonna screw this back in, just to hold it in, and we're gonna do the opposite end. That way we can hold it together. There we go. And we're gonna do this side. And I think the Iron 165 is finicky, just like this keyboard, where if you over tighten it, it can become a nuisance. Alright, so we're gonna do that side, and we are gonna do the other side, just until it clears that bottom section. There we go. Same with that. Alright, so now we can do the rest of it. Hold on, I just received a message from people. Message me. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Let's grab this, and here we go. 1, 2, and we're gonna go over here. Oh wait, no, 3. Where is it? It is in that top section there. Alright, looks like it screwed in just fine. However, it does look like I need to squeeze it. So as you can see here, there is a bit of a gap. Why? Because you don't have the screws in. So we're gonna squish it. And this is where they went wrong. This is where Glorious actually went wrong. They only accounted for the size of the gaskets exactly when this is flush. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go exactly flush, and that's it. I hear a ringing. I didn't call anybody, did I? By accident? I heard ringing twice. What is going on? I have no clue. Alright, hopefully that's not me. I heard ringing from this section of the room. No, I mean, I have one wireless headphone over there, but Jesus, that's kind of frightening, honestly. Alright. Okay, right. So now, let me just... We did that section. We're gonna grab the rest of the screws. Here we go. They're all the same height, right? Just to make sure. Yeah, they're all the same height. There's no difference whatsoever in any of them. Alright. So yeah, no, but that's effectively the case. They've accounted for everything but the screw position. So... but basically the gaskets, because it's like they measured everything without the gaskets, and then they added the gaskets and then realized that it's way too tight, and they basically crush all of the gaskets in the keyboard. So that's why it was really stiff, and we'll find out how stiff it really is after putting all the screws in. Some people actually say don't put all of the screws in if you want it to be less, or you don't want it to be too compressed. So for example, here in this corner, I'm pressing it down so that it's flush. Boom. So I do want it to be exactly flush. I don't want it to stick out, but I don't exactly want it to not be flush. So it is basically just about flush. So we're not compressing it down too much, because if we compress it down too much, what happens with some boards is it creates a tinny sound. Because with a lot of other boards, it's made to be in a specific position versus there we go. Yeah, not too much. That does seem a little under. Nope, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Alright, so now as you can see here, it is completely flush with the board. Right? It's completely flush. It's not sticking out in any shape or form. There you go. And now we can actually swap some of the keycap. Oh, what the heck? That popped out for some reason. Okay, there is some flex just by removing the foam. You can the inside. So I don't know. I guess I can show you on the side cam over there. Oh right, this side cam is reversed. I keep forgetting. Oh, properties. Oh, not properties. I need transform, rotate, flip horizontal. Yeah, flip horizontal. There we go. And then we can move the camera onto the other side. That makes sense. And then I can flip myself, I guess. Properties. Not property. Form, flip. Horizontal. There we go. That way now it kind of looks like I'm actually looking at it versus the other way around. Alright, small things, you know. Okay, but yes, so as you can probably see here, I'm gonna press down. There is some flex, especially in the center of the board. You can see it on that top row. Just me pressing down the 9. And it's not the entire keyboard only going down. Because I know I am on a mat where you can actually squish into it a little bit. But even if you go past that squish, you can see the entire keyboard like flexing in. So it doesn't feel as solid as it did before. It does feel a little hollow in terms of sound compared to earlier. That's a different key. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, let's tear this apart. And we're gonna see which one I'm likely to pick in terms of sound profile. Honestly, if I had a choice, I would just go with the Bad Seed Tactiles just because they sound, not just sound really good, they feel really interesting in comparison. Like, they bottom out just before actually bottoming out. That's what it feels like. I did a whole review on it. You can watch it, of course, but of course, right now we are going to be testing it to see how it sounds on a board like this. Did this have the foam? Did I remove the foam in between? I believe I removed the foam. Oh, I did not remove the foam in between. Should we remove the foam in between? I think we should. We'll do that, but first we have to remove all of these anyways. So we're going to take these off. But yeah. Holy jeez. Okay, so we were using the Telio switches, as you can see. Telio switches, and let's go back up down. So we were using Telio switches, very similar looking to the Bad Seed Tactiles. So yeah. Alright, actually, I can grab a container for them real quick. Container. You know, speed switches aren't that bad. So these are lube speed coppers as well. So we might add that into the rotation, who knows. And I might just, this is home switch, this will go over here, over there. Alright, so let's move these away. That way we have space for, I was literally doing this. I was like, why won't you go in? Because the hole is on the other side, not this side. Like, what? Why? Okay, anyways, let's actually move these a little bit to the side. Let's move these away, I suppose. That way we can, you know, boom. Well, that looks nice, honestly. Good in shot. But, of course, we have the keycaps over here onto the right-hand side. And we are gonna tuck that away. For now. Okay. That bottom section. Right. Let's take this off as well. All of the Telio switches. That is a Rama keycap. Honestly, it's kind of sad to see where Rama's going currently, especially with the trajectory that they're going for. They're trying to do other things other than just keyboard stuff, even though their specialty is keyboard stuff. And honestly, I think it's more hobbyist stuff. And I feel like there was a lot of mismanagement in the terms of where their money was going. And they were trying to just project into the future. It's basically, let me just get this money and I'll figure out the rest of the money later kind of vibes. So unfortunately, they just mismanaged their finances and they're not able to actually fulfill a lot of promises they were actually going to go through. So I don't know, it's a problem with a lot of people, and this is a fairly common problem for a lot of people. I fall into that as well. It's basically spending your paycheck before you get your paycheck, if you know what I mean, and then realizing your paycheck is about a couple $100 difference, and you're sitting there, oh my god, right, I didn't work for 2 days because I called in sick, you know. You know what I mean? Oh, that's a different, oh, these are speeds. I'm gonna put this to the side, there. Oh yeah, because I think I was testing this with a friend and showing how they were actually different. Boom. Yeah, so these ones, as you can see, the weird part about this is for some of them I can just pull them out. There we go. And it is much harder to pull out than others. So for example, I feel like the teal or Zeal switches, they are slightly smaller than the standard, and then some of them are slightly larger than the standard, but I think it just has to do with the holes on the actual keyboard, because you'll have oh Jesus, you'll have completely different experiences going from one to the other, and it's annoying, honestly, more than anything. So for example, with these, I can just go whoop, and it just easy. Oh, I've done that. I've done that way too often. It's very easy to get confused. Not confused. I was getting confused by my own statements and by myself. Yes. Oh my god. What was I saying? I lost track of my own thoughts. But yeah, it is looser. I think the Zeal, what's it called? Boards are actually not just boards. The Zeals are actually looser. That way to accommodate any flex. So it's not quite as tight on most keycaps as other switches. Because if I were to, for example, I'll just grab the home key and put this on here, it is harder to remove and insert compared to a Zeal switch. So if I push this in, that's fairly easy to push in, and I can just put it back. Same with these, same home switch. I think, yeah, that does take a larger amount of force just to push in. So I think Zeal goes a little looser on their actual, what's it called? Crate switches. So it's not quite as large as you would expect it to be. But maybe half a mil, honestly. That, or they're following the exact spec and their tolerances are much worse because of it, because they're on exact spec. It's one or the other, honestly. Okay, you know what? This is a keycap puller kind of thing. Boom. There we go. Yeah, so same thing with their, what's it called? Glorious's stabs. Glorious's stabs, oh my god. When you first get them, they are bad. They were very bad. They fixed them now, apparently. But it's not like I can go back in time and unorder it. I wonder how many people actually canceled their orders going from one to the other. Especially when they're hearing, especially in the custom keyboard realm. And here's the thing. A lot of custom keyboards don't even do 1000 hertz polling, which is weird, because it has the ability. And the reason why you wouldn't do 1000 hertz polling is because back in the day, computers literally actually couldn't take it. And even right now, people are finding issues because of Windows with the new 4000 hertz polling, because that is the new standard mice want to adopt, 4000 to 8000. And I think there was a video on it by Linus Tech Tips, who explained that when they were doing high-speed motion tests, they did find that actually going from 1000, you would think, oh man, that's 1 millisecond. You don't need any faster than that. And the human time reaction is literally 30 milliseconds by average. So if you got the best, who was, let's say, half that average, which is 15 milliseconds, you're at 1 millisecond response time versus what is the 15 millisecond response time of an average or pro player, let's say. But because it's divisible by 15, what actually happens is it happens on a difference of timing. In other words, when you're moving the mouse, that polling rate and how fast it moves can stutter every I think once in a while. It's not as often, but going from 1000 to 4000 makes it stutter a lot less when in a high-speed camera and high movement. So if you're moving a lot or moving really fast, that's when it matters. For me, I have high DPI, so basically this is how I move my mouse. This is from one end of the screen to the other end of the screen. One screen, second screen, literally all the way to the second screen. That's all it takes, right? For some people, I kid you not, for some people it's ridiculous. They go from here to here to get between one edge of one screen to the other, and I'm sitting there going, that's a little much. But yeah, these very small movements can cause carpal tunnel, especially if you are gripping your mouse really hard. So I wouldn't suggest it unless you are really used to it. And I think a lot of the reasons you get carpal tunnel is because of your grip. And if you can learn to grip really slightly, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you're doing this or not, because a lot of people, you can even use arm movements anyways with that much of movement. You can do this and then use fine movements to do other things. Yep. So yeah, I tend to, back in the day, I would press down until I got these are the Delta Hub Carpios. The Delta Hub Carpios is what taught me how to not rely, oh Jesus, what have I done? Yeah, not rely on using my wrist as much, because every time I press down just to hold it, that's when I can get carpal tunnel, a lot of carpal tunnel. But I think I've been playing a little too much Mario Kart and just gripping, like death gripping the goddamn controller, unfortunately. Yeah. So yeah, but yes, these are okay. Okay, I thought for a moment there that was sticking out way too much. Gosh. All right, and I've learned over the years of actually using a bunch of keyboards that I don't like linears as much as I thought I would. Like, I don't hate them, but I don't like them at all. I am so much slower without them, and without the feedback, it just feels dead to me. It doesn't feel as good to me, right? It's basically the difference between soda and water, I guess. There's a lot more punch and flavor to soda than there is water, and that's what it feels like going from tactile to linear. You have tactiles. I do need to get rid of this little corner. Give me a second. Where tactiles actually, what is it called? Tactiles feel like there is some pop to it, and there's some fizz and flavor, and linears are like water. There's no pop, fizz, or, you know, flavor to it, but it does give you water or nutrients for, well, technically just water. It relieves thirst either way. For me, I do find that I don't get relieved of thirst drinking sodas. It's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, it is not one of the things I would have for like thirst. If I was looking to quench my thirst, I would actually straight up just, what's it called? Yeah, I would straight up actually just go ahead and my brain died. God damn it. I would straight up just go for water or tea or coffee, because I don't know, the sugar content in soda is just a little too ridiculous for my tastes. I don't think it's worth it at all whatsoever. It's not just sugar content, but I mean, that is what makes it quite addicting, sugar, because it does give you a dopamine hit. Yeah. All right, so that's 1 point. See, I can just literally pull that out. Normally, you shouldn't be able to pull that out. Okay, so we're gonna take this. We're gonna undo. Man, if I remember that there was a foam on the inside, I would have already done that. Right, I remove the little nubs as well to make sure it wasn't too stiff. All right. Oh, what we can do is we can use the metal ones. Metal plate. Let's go with the metal plate, actually. Going with the metal plate might not be the worst idea, just because I do have the metal plate for the 165, and I think it'll be closer. But I also have the carbon plate. Although I think I prefer carbon plate versus or any like other material other than metal, just because it sounds really tinny in my ears. I don't like higher pitched keyboards. I like the lower pitched keyboards. No, that's not. Come on. Yeah, this left side is much tighter than the right side. That is ridiculous. Okay, that feels wrong, I suppose. There we go. But yeah, no, I don't know. I would rather go. Yeah, I would rather get water. If there was no tea option or coffee option, I would 100% get water if I'm out. And not only that, when I go out and I'm in a place that I normally don't go to, I actually try to find a lot of coffee shops, because I just go in, I buy a coffee, and if I like their coffee while I'm there, I'm just gonna buy some beans. That's what I do. Because have you noticed the pricing on coffee versus the beans? The beans are like, say, $20 per 300 or so grams. Meanwhile, the coffee is $7. Like, what? The price discrepancy is excessive. So I don't like that. What? Oh my god. Oh, it's not even. That's why. Yeah, that's right. Why are these not magnetized? I wish this was magnetized. This is the only downside of this very specific magnetic. Not magnetic. Electronic screwdriver. It's nice and convenient because you just what? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you're good. Just now need to. Here, that. Daughter board is plugged. There we go. I'm plugging that daughter board. Boom. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 8 screws. And then 1, 2. Wait, can I just do this? I can. Oh, wow, okay. Oh, right. Alright, so they glue this on. I don't know why they do. I think is that a glue? Feels like a glue. No, that's tape. They do tape this on. And I believe it's because they don't want it moving around too much. Especially for a factory worker, where they don't know exactly what they're doing. Okay, so how do I remove? So this is the PCB for Glorious GMMK Pro. I do like that it's white. White PCBs look much nicer than the green and or black, but looking at it, it doesn't look like the worst and or the best. Yeah, these are Glorious hot swap switches. Huh. Yeah, because this is a different manufacturer, because Kale looks a lot chunkier than this one. As you can see, these are pretty small. It's much tighter. But it looks like they had the Kales previously and they made their own? I have no clue. And I'm just hoping that this does not break when I put some of the switches in. Because I know some of the switches here are pre-soldered. Yeah. Pre-soldered. So it might be thicker than normal. And hopefully we don't destroy anything. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, they don't have washers on these either. Okay. The OG ones don't have washers? Okay. That is interesting. I forgot that I haven't taken this apart. And it looks like they didn't use a lot of solder either for the pads. And I'm hoping that we don't strip the pads like we did with the NK65. So we'll find out, because we're going to be doing a bunch of insertions and removals on this board. All right. So this is version 1 of their boards. All right. So yeah. All right. Time to find out. Oh, as you can see, I lubed a bunch of the stabs. There's so much there. There you go. Yeah, there's a lot of lube in there. It used to be really gummy until I had to clean them out. But yeah, this isn't a bad looking board. the traces aren't crazy. But the traces on top and bottom are two different things. Damn, alright. It's all horizontal on this plane, and diagonal on the top. Alright, let's put this aside. Oh, actually, we're not putting this aside. We can put this back now that we remove the plate. Oh, right. Let's swap the plates. Remember that. Not much. Let me, because I was wondering if I should remove top base. We'll put that there temporarily while I grab. I think the plate is. I believe the plate is over here. Don't be wrong. I'm probably wrong, to be honest. Nope. No. Nope. No. Oh. Wait. On the plate. I believe I found the plate. Yes, it might be the plate. There's a high chance it's the plate. Come on. There you go. Very hard to pull out. And even in real life. There you go. Grab that. Now, this was the glorious polycarbonate switch plate. So, as you can see, the polycarbonate's already here. Now we just have to swap this with the regular plate, which will be a little closer to, what's it called? Yeah, a little closer to what we normally had before we swapped it with the polycarb. The polycarb is nice for the RGB. The sound also is lower pitched compared to using a metal one. Alright, so this is open from this side. We're gonna hope this wasn't bent too much. There we go. As you can see, it's made out of metal. I believe this is aluminum. So it is the alu plate. I'm hoping this doesn't have any issues, because I remember hearing a bunch of issues on the V1s where they were... Oh, this is thick. Okay. Ah, they were not the best. Okay. Go. Okay. And this is gonna go in like so. Alright. Here we go. Okay. And I remember not screwing it in the plates, because there were way too many screws. There we go. Oh, right. Before I forget, there is those little nubs. These guys. So this, all this does is showcase the RGB to the outside. That way it is a lot more diffused. Okay, you're gonna do this over there, this over there. Same with these. And I believe, there you go, that is correct. And I don't need any screws or anything, huh? Because it looks like this used to be screwed on. As you can see in that screw hole there. So it used to be screwed on, but I don't have the screw for it. So we're just gonna hope that it doesn't rattle too much. Hopefully. I don't know what that is. Okay. Hopefully it doesn't rattle too much. As you can see, there are notches for it. Okay. That's good. We're good. Now, we can put this here. Okay. And then the board. Up. It over. It looks very plain now. I don't like that. That's just... Aw, man. You gotta be kidding me. Okay. Problem number one. I can see why they decided to screw everything in. Okay. That's just this. Oh, incorrect. Oh! Come on. You fit. I know you fit. Fit you in just a little while ago. There you go. Honestly, let's just do this the other way around. Okay. I'm putting this at the edge of the table just because it's easier to do that than having to deal with the knob, because the knob sticks out quite a bit compared to the rest of the board. Alright. That's done. Boom. Ta-da! Now it is completely in there. Like there is some. Oh no. I think I'm starting to see a lot more custom issues with this board, huh? Okay, that's not great. So part of the custom issues with this board is I think this is gonna rattle. I'm gonna bet you it's gonna rattle. Just because I think the plate is gonna smack onto the top of the case. But we'll find out very shortly here, unfortunately. Okay. Let's go. Boom. That's one. And let's hopefully get two. And before we rest it. Okay. Gonna have to squish a bit already. There we go. Not too squish. Yeah, not too squished. Same with the other side. Although the other side we do need to press down a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Now we can put in the rest of the board. Alright, we are going to... Oh my god. That's fine. That's just the cover. I'm gonna put the cross. And again, always cross screw in everything whenever you can. Because it makes sure that everything is as even as possible. There we go. God, my lips are excessively dry today. I don't even know why. It feels ridiculous. Like I can feel every ridge of my lips and it's not pleasant. I wonder why. Okay. So we're almost done here, and then we can start with some switches. There we go. Same with this guy, which will go over in here. There we go. So that has been taken care of. Now we can test it out. Come on. Oh my god. There we go. Alright, so this is the original version of the GMMK Pro. There is some flex to it. That is, relatively speaking, fine. But we shall find out if the flex is worth it. Honestly, I'd rather not have too much flex. But let's try these guys first. The Bad Seed Tactiles. I don't really want to use them for just this, but you know, we shall use them anyway. I think I only got 70, so we'll just do this section, the alphas, and we'll test it out just with the alphas, and then we're gonna put some other switches over here on the top. That's what we're gonna do. Come on. Oh, correct. Ever do? Yeah, it's just high pitched. Just you can hear it already. I just don't like higher pitched sound boards, and these are already high pitched. Let's try a little bit of this. Come on. This is your own keyboard. Yeah, see, this is lower pitched. The Glorious Pandas are lower pitched. Okay. Oh, I can't just pull it out. Switch puller, which I had just 10 seconds. There it is. I need a better switch puller. I really need a thicker switch puller. There we go. So yeah, these are lubes, by the way. This is lubed by me specifically. I didn't have them factory lubed. These are factory lubed on the other hand. The Bad Seed Tactiles. Honestly, I think these are much more interesting than the V2s, because apparently in the V2s they fixed, quote-unquote, the early bottom out. Okay. Let's put it on. Oh, Jesus. There we go. So yeah, that's the part of the difference. Okay. But yeah. I don't know. I feel like I want to buy the V2s of the Bad Seed Tactiles just to be able to compare them between V1s and V2s. The problem is I don't know if I can justify the stupid amount of import tax that I'd actually have to get. Or pay, sorry. Pay when shipping anything from the US, because Canada. And when you ship anything over, it's just, why? Come on. It's literally almost twice the amount every time it comes from the US. The US! Not somewhere like Singapore. Not something like Indonesia. No. The US! It is ridiculous. I hate it. I don't know why the import tax is so high from something that comes literally across the border. And the weird part about all of that is, if you haven't noticed, Canada, most of it is literally in the bottom half of the actual continent, or country, so to speak. But the shipping, I think the cheapest shipping we can get right now is about $12.50. And that is for literal physical paper mail, like you sent a postcard paper mail. Like everyone can see the message that was sent paper mail. Not even in an envelope paper mail. $12.50 is probably what it would cost for the cheapest. Because I've recently seen 15, but I think you can go as low as $12.50. But that's as low as that gets, and I don't like it. I don't even know how that's possible for over here, where trains are everywhere. But I guess that's part of the shipping costs there at that point. And I don't think a lot of people ship things across. Even Amazon has it as $12 for their accounts, and it would be for Prime for free shipping, $12. Like a damn. And I know that Amazon has free shipping if you have Amazon Prime. Honestly, unless you're buying something once a month there, not worth it. It's literally not worth it. If you're buying once a month, sure, yeah, coming with a bunch of other things, absolutely, makes a lot of sense. Just not that much sense, unfortunately. Okay, almost done with this top section here. Okay. Oh no, I feel like a lot of people have been coming up with the flu lately, and I know there was something going around the last few months, but hopefully it's nothing crazy, and hopefully we're not gonna go bye-bye. But also, if no one has noticed, the price of food has gone up a lot. This is food, like actual food, you know? Nothing crazy yet, but it's crazy in the context of, in the past year or two, I used to buy chicken, like a 10 pack of chicken thighs, for literally $8. Now, the same pack of chicken thighs is 14 in 2 years. That is literally a 50% increase. I don't know. It's getting tough out there, or out here, so to speak. And it's like, damn! I don't know what to do. I'm sitting here going, oh! I don't know. What's going on, man? I'm trying to live my life, man. Alright, let's put in the office first. Yeah. I mean, it sounds a lot thicker now. Okay. It's not bad. Not horrible. Okay. The larger keys. Okay. Yeah, no, you can hear that weird ticking. And I think that's just literally the plate smacking onto this section of the board. Oh, we'll find out with the rest of the keys, I suppose. Alright, time to actually put all of these together. Why not? Why does it sound rattly? I don't like that. It sounds like there's a little bit of rattle in this very specific keyboard. Specifically this keyboard. Oh my god, I won't make the Iron 165 doesn't have this problem. Okay. There we go. How about this one? Okay. Yeah, I prefer the exploded layout where it is exploded out. But the one thing I don't like, especially in a keyboard like, for example, here, the Mark 65, right? On the Mark 65, it's a little too thick, the exploded section. This is where I like it, where it's a little thin. If this was thinner, this would be a better keyboard, just that section. But of course, it's the aesthetic of the creator, and I don't have any actual control over that other than buying it. But this is the only one with the split spacebar that I have found so far that actually fits my specific needs. I would take a 75% if I could, but the 65 is the one that's available. I think I might take the Zoom 75 if I can find it at one point. But right now, I don't have the money to justify getting a Zoom 75 or a, what is it? Boog 75 with the Hall effect switches, or sorry, Hall effect PCB. And I think it would be great. I really want it. I really would love to try out Hall effect switches on a keyboard. The only other time I might have been able to justify is, I think, when I bought a gift for someone. I bought him a keyboard. Ooh. Yeah, it's the return that doesn't sound quite right. I don't know. Okay. But yeah, I bought him a keyboard. It was one of the SteelSeries Apex keyboards, except I bought them the lower end one, which is regular mechanical switches. And now they have updates on it where they're like, oh yeah, mechanical switches. And you might think that ever since what was that, the Wooting keyboards came out, they're like, oh yeah, everyone's using the Hall effect switches. I'm like, yeah, no, but SteelSeries, I'm pretty sure, also came out around the same time with those types of switches. It's just they didn't have the setting for it where the returns were really good. Okay. In the essence of saving time, because we're gonna be doing this for a while, we're just gonna do that section. Okay. Okay, now that's better. There we go. Side. Okay, that's much better. Nope. Nope. Did I break it? I heard it. I might have broken it. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. All I did was press hard. One side and the other side. And we will look in the bottom. Back. I believe that is the case. Where... yeah, this is the one thing with polycarb. Okay, what is... yeah, I think it did pop out. Did it pop out? I believe it did. Oh no, do I have to take apart this keyboard again? I swear. Jesus. I do, don't I? Yeah, I do. Oh my god. Is there a chance? Oh no. Why did I press? Nope, it's not balanced is the part of the problem. So pull it a little closer. Then I might be... let me see. Let me fiddle around with this a little bit and see if I can pull it back into the proper position. Because it doesn't look like I will be able to. Especially with all the lube that's over here. Nope. Can I twist it? Because effectively... no, I can't. This does support clip-on stabilizers too, weirdly enough. looking at the top. That means I have to remove everything. Is there a way? No. I hate that. I hate that so much. Come on. I'm gonna have to remove the entire board just because of this. How? Why is my luck so bad? God damn it. Yep. There it is indeed. Come on. Come on. Can we put that down that way? Here we go. Down that way. No. Come on. Come on. I can barely see it. Okay. That. I have it pushing down the incorrect way. Okay. And then use this, press down to that one side. Okay. Press down. Did it work? No, I don't think it worked. No, we're still in the wrong section. Yeah, no, that's... No, we're in the wrong section still. Alright, we're taking this apart yet again because of my incompetence. And I pressed down on a switch a little too hard. How ridiculous. Can you imagine being an absolute idiot? Nothing? Can you imagine? God damn it. Why? Why did it break? I don't freaking know. It's already been 50 minutes. It's almost an hour. And here we are. Not even in sound test number 1. Number 1! We were so close, yet so far. Where'd it go? 1, 2, 3. Come here. There, over there. That way you don't go missing somewhere. Any point in time. Okay. I can unscrew faster than this, but at the same time, it is one of the lazier ways to do it by using the, what's it called? Electric screwdriver. There we go. And then same with the last one. There we go. As you can hear, the plate just fell off. Oh, right. Before we freaking break stuff. Did we break stuff? Jesus Christ. In my frustration, you may or may not have broken something. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. You're good. Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty. Same thing. Yes, need to. This is a technique that I do not suggest most people do. You're just gonna pry this all apart. Places. All of the switches in the plate. And hope that all the switches let go. Popping off the plate, which is very, very hard. Ta-da! Okay, so this is what's happened inside of the keyboard, right? This is why I had to pry apart the keyboard. For some reason, it popped out. I've never had this issue before. Oh, that's why? Is that why it popped out? No way. It doesn't have a proper catch. I see. The catch isn't as good. Oh, such a pain. Okay. God damn. Alright. Now comes the hard part. Getting this and this lined up back together properly. And while also being able to put them back together. Okay, again, we're gonna line this up. What was this? This was gonna be over there. Should be this way. Yes, we're gonna line that up that way. Same with the other side. Nope. This way, because the PCB is the one with the LEDs. Okay. Oh my god. The LEDs. Real quick. That gets a little hassle. Going to a light. PCB. It's lined up. We're slowly going to insert everything. It's like got some of it in. The other side. Okay, we got some of them in. Okay. Advanced techniques. Alright, we got the plate back in. Same with some of the stabs and stuff. I do not suggest doing that. That is a technique that saves time, but might be detrimental if you make a mistake. So don't do it unless you know what you're doing or are prepared to fail, which I was completely and utterly. Right? I was prepared to fail. All right, so don't worry about it. Okay, so while that's waiting, you have to put this back. Okay, what is the cut of your jib? What is the cut of your jib, sir? All right, this is. What is this? That is this way. Oh, so I'm gonna be just putting this back in. Sometimes I wish I just put my entire table into view, and I realized that putting my entire table into view is just a ridiculous thing to do. You don't have to do that. No one has to do that, and it prevents the rest of my belly from showing, because I can definitely see my belly. Oh, maybe not. Okay. If I go hard enough. All right. There we go. All right. So that all that is done. Okay. Just put this in, or insert it real quick first. Boom. It is well inserted. I will then press this down. Oh. And now you're good. Woohoo! Golden. All right. Then we have to pour it there. That sits in. Woohoo! Yeah, this is without screwing it in. See, it sounds better. There's a ticking sound. The ticking sound's gone. I knew it. I knew it. I knew the plate would make a ticking sound. Jesus. Okay. So we're gonna do this a little sideways. And maybe we might not screw it all the way in. We might just not screw it. Like we might actually go like, hey, maybe we won't screw it all the way in. And actually, it allows me to show you if there is a difference between screwing it in completely and not. So we might try doing that. Are you serious, bro? Are you serious? Come on, come on. Really? That's how you're gonna fall? Oh my god. Just get in the hole. Get in the hole. Not even in the hole. There you go. Okay. That's one. As you can see, that is lifted as all hell. There's one. Ta-da! Such greatness of keyboard. Great keyboard design. Horribly great keyboard design. Oh my god. On the plus side, there are 0 screws on top. So if you want no screws up the top, this is a design you can go for. There you go. It's, relatively speaking, loose. And then we can do the rest of the keyboard. Or not, because the screw doesn't want to go in. Let's go push it in. Alright. Well, let's there. I can do this one as well. Do this one. Oh, maybe let's go that a little. And we're gonna go to the other side. And the other side. Always star pattern whenever possible. Makes it easier to know which one you're supposed to be on. And also, it makes sure it's evenly distributed, has an evenly distributed load in terms of the ability to be there. Ta-da! Yeah. So that's over. You know, let's actually go. That's about just right. It's loose. That is no longer loose. No longer loose. No longer loose. That is. Nope. Nope. Huh? And back here. Nope. 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 And okay, so yeah, we've just barely tightened them, so it should be fine. Okay, see? The ticking is gone from earlier. Okay. Oh, right, before I forget. Oh, it does. Let me see. I thought it does. Okay. Okay, so earlier there was a ticking sound. Now there isn't. Okay, now we can put the spacebar back on and hope to God it doesn't pop back out again. There we go. Okay, now that bounced. There you go. So as you can hear, that feels stiff. Ooh. It gets higher pitched the higher up you go. Oh, that's ironic. Yeah, see, there's ticking now. Okay. Maybe a force break mod would work on this keyboard? Yeah, there's a little bit of ticking in it. Yeah, the closer you get to the bars on the keyboard, there is more ticking to it than normal. Okay. Alright. Ow. Jeez. Let's see here. Yeah, so there's less ticking. You can hear it. There's ticking. Yeah, the looser it gets, the more ticking you can actually get. Because you can probably see it over here, right? There's normally, look, over there. There is, in that section, there's normally no gap. If I press down, there's a bigger gap. So it's literally, I think, smacking the top edges of the board. So I might force break mod this at one point. But there is enough of a gap that I don't think it's going to matter too much. So, we'll see. I forgot the name of this mount. But I don't need it. Alright. But first, we'll do a sound test because it has been over an hour and we haven't done any. Okay. So let's do that. Let's do that. We'll do this sound test real quick. Gosh, darn it. Where is it? Where, huh? What? we are, where is, ta-da! I say ta-da, but nothing's happening. Okay. There we go. What happened here? There we go. Words. No numbers. What? Oh. None. There we go. Regular. Okay. Time. We'll do 30 seconds. And we'll see how it goes. Oh, I just realized this is going to be a little annoying. Because I just came from the Mark 65 where this section here actually is my backspace. Alright. But let's see. Only 74 words per minute. Made mistakes. We were at 100 at the start and I started stuttering. And then, I made mistakes and whatnot. Okay. Not too bad. Like I said, I prefer tactiles. If we were on the linears, we would probably be at 60 to 50. Okay. Alright, let's actually do a quote. Oh my god. Quote. Alright. Let's try quotes. All right, so you guys can hear this, right? This is one of those days where you want it to be as close as possible, right? Do we want it to be closer to the keyboard? You know what? Let's put it in frame. Why not at this point? There we go. So now it's pointing directly. It's right there. Okay, right there. Okay, so if you want to see, boom, there's the mic. Right there. It is slowly moving upwards. Not like that. Okay. It shouldn't matter too much as long as we are relatively consistent. Good. Fine, just stay there. Alright. Cool. And it now, for some reason, focus on that. Okay, maybe there. There you go. Still. There you go. That's focused on the keyboard. Alright, now that we're focused on the keyboard and we have the mic right there, just out of frame, we will give this a shot. Oh, I can't see. Maybe this is a bad idea. Let me close the window, I realize. There we go. Window is now closed. Now there's no weird sounds in the background. Maybe this way. Okay, and then yes, just flabbergast everybody with the sounds of everything. Now, yeah, now I can read, and the mic is closer to the keyboard. See here. All right, so we'll give this a shot. Okay. Not bad, 67. Made a mistake. Yeah, peaked at 112 words per minute. Made a bunch of mistakes, dropped down to a low of 20 words per minute. And then went back about to 90 to 100 words. Alright. Okay, let's talk about the quote a little bit. And let's see here. If you give me just one more try, we can pick... Sorry. If you give me just one more try, we can pack up our old dreams and our old lives. We'll find a place where the sun still shines. Yeah. Okay, this is... a nice quote where in one more try, you can pack up our old dreams and our old lives. So if you had a dream to do anything in the world, then decided to go for it and failed, you can always try again. You don't have to be in the same place, in the same position that you were previously. If you were a kid back in the day, let's say, and you had the thoughts of, yeah, I want to be a Power Ranger, you can still try for that being a Power Ranger. You could make it about Power Ranger stuff. You can do content on Power Rangers. You can actually apply to be a Power Ranger or one of the senseis for Power Rangers, and you might get through it. And I know the way it works is weird, but yeah, you can always pack up your old dreams and your old lives and find a place where you still have hope. Because I know a lot of people, me included, get really comfortable in the lives that we already have, and to pack it all up, go, let's say, go to a different country, move to a different state, move to a different province. That that is a new life, effectively. That is effectively a new life. That is basically saying, hey, I want to live a different life and I want to do it that way. So we're going to start all over again and get renewed hope. And if you do want to try something else like that, you can definitely do it. I don't see why not. But of course, everyone is very comfortable with their, like I said, old lives. So it's very unlikely that people would actually do that. Sorry if there's weird handling noise. Okay, now we've done that. We've done it on the Bad Seed tactiles. I would say, with, other than the ticking noise, which I think is the board itself, I think, as you can see here, boom. Other than the ticking noise, I do like the chime. It's not, how do I say, it's not even. And I tried making it even before, but it's always slanted. I don't like it. Oh yeah. Okay. In terms of this and its sound, it is more on the midsection. I think this one here, the KL Speed Coppers, will be higher pitched, I believe. So we'll give this one a shot next, but we'll see. And then next one will be the Glorious Pandas. I think it'll be the Glorious Pandas for me, because at least with the Glorious Pandas, I can still buy them and have basically new ones. The V1s of the Bad Seeds, not so much. But that also might be part of the allure of using something like the Bad Seeds on that specific keyboard. It is a 65%, so we actually do have literally enough keys, because I have 4 extra keys here, as you can see, that would fit that right-hand side. There isn't a knob, and I think there's only 3 keys over there. So, in other words, we have more than enough space to do it, instead of previous. I know it's weird to not use a keycap puller, but I'm actually able to just pull these off normally, except for these ones. Because like I said, the Zeals, you could probably do that, but not so much of these ones, unfortunately. Yeah, I'll push that through. So it looks like the plate itself is a decent material, and it is relatively tight. So you'll actually need a switch puller to actually pull out the switches, versus having to rely on, you know, separating them. So I can't just pull this out. So I'm trying to, let me try this here. So I'm just trying to lift this up. No, not happening. All right. Oh. Oh. Numlock? I don't remember hitting lock. Oh. What is going on? I guess I'm manually doing it? Jesus. Oh man, so many issues this one stream. God damn. I don't like it one bit, but we're dealing with it anyways. You know? Makes me wish I could pack up my things and go. Apparently not. X for now, and oh, right, Spotify. And there we go. Oh, right. Hey, oh, jeez. I pushed it a little too far. Whatever, that's fine. Ish. Okay, let's go do this relatively speaking faster. So I can just do. Okay. Then we get through that. Set up. Alright. Boom. 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 And boom. So yeah, that's what you call advanced techniques of removing keycaps. You can actually just use your fingers. It is a little harder than you would with these guys, keycap puller, but it is definitely doable. And come on, let's move this to its proper height. There we go. There we go. What's wrong? This goes here. This goes there. There we go. And the last one. Boom. See? It's like we have another keyboard on top of our keyboard. Alright, we'll take these guys off and put them back in here. And hopefully we didn't break anything in the process. It doesn't look like any of them are broken, so it does look like it's okay. Because I remember with the NK65, we actually had issues where we popped some of the hot swap switches or sockets where it's no longer connected to the board, and I'm sitting there going, "Oh goddamn! I didn't even think that was actually possible." But apparently, you put up enough force into the socket that it causes issues like that, or can cause issues like that. Now look at these. Maybe, yeah. Maybe if the design was a little different, it could have helped, but unfortunately, it wasn't the case with the NK65. So we're gonna see if this breaks as well. Then I'll have two keyboards that are both broken. That is going to be such a pain in the butt, but you know, it is how it is. So row per row. Okay. Come on. Okay. But yeah, I think, just to make a prediction, I believe that the KL Speed coppers are going to be higher pitched than these switches. That's just my bet. I don't see. Come on. Yeah. And the reason why they even call these hot swap is because you can keep the keyboard on and then swap switches if you wanted to. I did clean a bunch of these off, so we'll see if this causes issues. I'm hoping it does not. Okay. These are all looped, by the way. So, okay. And I did clean a bunch of them off, so it shouldn't cause any issues. So this shouldn't be extra thick for no reason. But these are also the same set of keys that cause issues in the first place. As you can, yeah, you can already hear that it is ticking. Yeah, these are weirdly, this feels weirdly heavier. Okay. I'm looking at each of one of these just to make sure that the key switches themselves aren't really bad or really excessively thick, because these were pre-used or pre-soldered on, therefore it has a different sound, and that can cause issues, unfortunately. That way, never move. But it's still relatively close. It's much closer than it was previously, because previously this mic was actually all the way up there. So if you're looking at this camera, it would be an arm's length away from me right now. Here it's less than an arm's length away, and same with the length to the keyboard. It's about half the distance as it was previously. So it should sound a little bit better and a lot more accurate compared to previously, because previously I had it in a state where, oh, it's excessively thick. Doesn't look like Yeah. So I'm looking at the keys once in a while, just because, like I said, I've actually popped some of the hot swap sockets previously with these switches in particular. And that's before I cleaned them up and made sure they weren't an issue. Okay. So it looks like it's fine. Like, I wouldn't bother too much with it. I don't think it's going to cause that much of an issue, honestly. You know what? This makes more sense. That way I don't have to dig into Cambro? That's what they use in chef's place. Container, there we go. I don't have to dip into the container every time. That's the word I was looking for. I say Cambro. Oh, back in the day. God damn. Oh. Would you like to put in a 1/3 insert? Apparently not. How about an insert with a tray? And it's very similar. Because even, like, if you didn't know, like, the sizes of ovens are standardized, and you can literally buy a quote-unquote full baking sheet, and it would actually be a full baking sheet that would fit in 90% of the ovens, even in the slot section. Like, you know how there are slots in the ovens, so that you can actually put in the trays and whatnot. Ooh, that might have broken one. Shall find out. Stiff. Oh no! You can see we have bent. Lower. Okay. Yeah, man. There we go. That's a very. Okay. And then we'll unbend it. Why is it in manual focus now? And we'll unbend it. No, maybe we can give it another shot. And we shall see if we can fit normally. Hopefully we can. Hopefully we can. Don't break anything. That doesn't look like broken. Like, I felt it and I was like, that doesn't feel right. Oh, you can actually see it. Yeah. I don't know if the camera picks it up. So I don't know if you can see it right there. Maybe if I, yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but there is a dent on it. There is a big dent. All right, let's actually push this through and see if we can make sure that it's fine. I mean, yeah, that's fine. That went in just fine. Jesus. Yeah. Every time I hear the sound, it does sound like it is breaking something. But I know the sound of breaking something and the sound of actually fitting in. That's why I heard, I'm like, that sounded like something bent. That's not how I knew. And if you do this often enough, you can actually tell by not just the sound, but when you push it in, oh my god. But when you push it in, it actually feels like you bent something. Normally it doesn't, you wouldn't tell as a beginner. Like I was a beginner, right? I was like, boop, 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 boop. I just put everything in, and then I found out that, oh my god, I bent one. And why doesn't this one work? What did I do? Did I break something? Apparently not. I just bent the pin, had to bend it back, and it was fine. That feels weird. There we go. Bend it correctly so it fits in the slot. There we go. And then push it through. So yeah. Alright, let's go. It should be fine. What is a cat? Oh. Cat is just cleaning themselves. So yeah, hopefully, you know, the cat in the background. Like, yeah. Hey. Okay. Alright. And push down. There we go. And I didn't realize that the Kales actually also use a different holding mechanism compared to the cherry stuff, where it has 4 prongs. This has one prong and 2 and 4 sections. That's the difference. So it's like, oh, Jesus Christ. I didn't know it was different. That felt wrong. That felt actually wrong. That's why. Also, just to change the shape, all you have to do is like push it a little bit. And hopefully it'll fit. There we go, like that. It just fits. Because it wasn't straightened out properly. And we'll do 4 more. And oh my god, I remember some of my coworkers actually went full dumb. Like actually full dumb. And went 1, ha ha ha, 2, ha ha ha, 3, ha ha. Why do you do this? It's horrible. I think this is broken, but we shall find out. I don't want to deal with that right now. Boom. That's fine. I felt that. That seems to be fine. But we'll find out. There you go. Oh, that felt cool. Was right? What? It felt so wrong. No, that felt right. Okay. So now that that's back, we'll put all these back. And boom. Okay, it's more in the middle section, so it is higher pitched, but it's not tinny. Okay. These guys. What? These sound different. Okay, the keycaps do a huge amount of work on it. There we go. Oh my god, not again. Did it just happen again? Did it just happen again? Please don't tell me it happened again. I heard a tink. It did happen again. Oh my god. Luckily, I don't have all the things. Okay, let's see if it... No. Okay. You know, next time, I'm just pushing down. Next time, I'm just pushing down. I don't care if it's not balanced. So I can remove the ticking sound. Okay, so their V1... Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. The V1 stabilizers on the GMMK, ignore them. Don't bother. Buy better ones. Don't buy the GMMK Pro stabilizers. These are horrible. It went twice. Twice it went. I'm just pushing down and trying to get it to be flat. Is this even flat? I don't think it's not that bad. Okay, this is a flat surface. Like an actual flat surface. So if I press down one side, you can hear that, right? That means it's not flat. At the same time, I don't think it's that warped either. It's not that warped. It's still warped. Come on. Jesus. Oh yeah, well, whatever, honestly, at this point. It's not that bad. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. This is annoying more than anything, to be honest. I don't see why. At all? Why? I don't see why at all. At all. Why? Why does this break? Okay? I don't understand. I have to unscrew 8 screws every time. Mind you, it's relatively loose to begin with. So it's fine. But still, I don't like the fact that I actually have to do this again and again and again and again. And if it does it a third time, I'm just gonna stop. I don't care. I'm done. I'm not gonna use this keyboard for testing anymore. Because if every time I put that goddamn spacebar in and I pull it out and it pops And when I put it back in, I don't think it's worth it at that point as a testing keyboard. Because this is normally the keyboard I use for testing. So, this might be the worst testing keyboard ever. That, or I buy a new set of stabilizers, use those instead, because these ones are absolute trash, and call it a day for that one. Mind you, I don't exactly want to use my good stabilizers on this board, because there's the Iron 165, and I might turn the Iron 165 into the actual test board. Especially when I mil-max them on a clean PCB. And again, what we're gonna be doing is the technique that, again, people shouldn't do. Because it could ruin your board. Could ruin everything. Oh my god. So far, there's no pull sections. We're fine. Again, as you can see, it's the other side that popped off now. Wow, how lovely of you, GMMK Pro. How lovely, GMMK stabilizers. How horrible are your keyboards? Parts. Why did I pick this? Why did I pick this? I don't understand. As a keyboard enthusiast, I was morbidly curious, okay? God damn it. Right, I have to do the thing. Alright, whatever. You can, if you die, you die. You need to be over here. And where is the other bit? Seriously, where's the other bit? There's another bit. I know the other bit exists because I put it on earlier. There you are. All the way over there in the corner. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so now we have... Oh, this is the wrong way. The upside down. Showcase the RGB. And if you want to blank it out, you can put in incorrectly. There you go. Now, slowly but surely, put this back together. Back together. And hopefully, ends up. Alright, and all of the pins line up. Go. That section lines up. Section lines up. So push that together. Push those together. That section together. This section together. Push this section together. Then this section together. And hopefully also this section together. Okay. We're gonna go around slowly but surely, pressing down and not bending a single pin. Of course, bending anything. Same on the side here. Simply pushing together one side, ensuring that we have full contact with the board. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna go 1, 2, sounds like is wrong. There we go. Pressing down on each individual key is actually factually seated. Spreading out thing. We're just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're just pinching it in, ensuring that it is seated. And here, it's like, yeah, this is one of the reasons I don't recommend it. Looks like all the pins are seated. Should be good. Doesn't look like anything is floating too much. Maybe except for these guys. And we good. If we good. You know? Believe in actually being good. It's like we have force break mod on these sections. Wait. Yeah. Looks like these sections might create a ticking. Yeah, that might create a ticking sound in the future. So if you do want that, you might want to actually remove those. There we go. Yeah, those screws aren't really needed. You probably need this, and oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. But you don't need 8. I don't know why you would need 8 for that. And I don't know where those screws are, but I already knew that for a fact that that was a horrible idea. Since that was a horrible idea, I removed them. Perfect. Great. Thank you, old me, for being so considerate of my personal feelings. Alright, now we can put this back. Got this here. There we go. We'll ensure that this is plugged in properly. Again, I don't know what the insertion rating is for these types of plugs, but I'm pretty sure it's not over 10. Yeah. Oh my god. Alright, putting this back for the upteenth time yet again. It's gonna be 2 hours and we've only done 2 tests, not even. Okay. Inserted. And now we just have to. Boom, that's one. And we're gonna do the other side as well. Then we can use it on the rest of it, upside down, without too much worry. There we go. Alright, so we're just gonna do that. Into the complete opposite side. Okay. Let's screw that a bit. Screw this one in. Then the last one, and then we're going to match the torque, roughly speaking. Alright, so now we can just do this, and we are going to just manually turn these. Feel like any of them are loose anymore. Nope. Oops. Nope. Okay, this one looks like good. Good. Okay. So basically, the moment you hit resistance, you can go maybe a quarter turn at most. Then that's it. Do not go further. Okay. Now we're good. Now we're gonna do this, and this time we're just gonna push down. Center. There's ticking, I don't care. There's even more ticking. Okay, pull this out. Push it in. Equally. No, they're still ticking. No, that's just... Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to tear apart the entire keyboard again just to fix that ticking. I'm not gonna try to fix that ticking because I've opened this keyboard about 3 times now to fix the issue of the stabilizer wire popping out of the stabilizer just because of the bad design of the stabilizer. It's not even the spacebar at this point because it's relatively speaking flat. It isn't a big gap for the stabilizer. So no, I'm not doing that. I'm not balancing that again. There is a huge amount of ticking. I'm not balancing that again. That's It's literally the third time. So no, I'm not. Yeah. And again, we are only doing the, what's it called? The 65% section, just because we want to test to see the closest sound that I might like for the Iron 165 instead of the GMMK Pro. The GMMK Pro, if you're just gaming, this is fine. This is not horrible. It's not horror bad. It is quote unquote better than a regular mechanical keyboard that you can get from, let's say, Corsair and whatnot, but at the same price as a Corsair and whatnot. So unfortunately, I don't think Cooler Master makes any good custom, quote unquote, custom or mechanical keyboards anymore, which is the unfortunate part. But as you can hear, these aren't bad. There's a little bit of a tick to it and a pop. So we'll do that, and then we'll go test it. That way we can get a decent sound test, and then later I can hopefully look at the recording and cut them out. After cutting them out, I'll just listen to them side by side and make a decision from there. But yeah, normally with stuff like this, I would just do the entire keyboard, but for now, I'm just gonna do that. Yeah, no, that top section is really ticky, as you can hear. Where's this? Yeah, this is top section. I really think it's okay if I hold that. Yeah, it's. Oh yeah, it's the plate. The plate is making a slight ticking noise. So if I'm holding the plate, so effectively all I'm doing is pulling the plate up, and it removes a ticking noise. So if I put like a force break mod on these sections, it should be fine. But as you can hear, and then I do this, not changing anything else. That's it. That's all it took. Which is probably why the middle section sounds fine. But here, see, this isn't ticking. That's a little ticking. Hell no. Okay, let me mute. Okay, I've done this one, so I'm gonna put that on the side. I'm gonna mute. I don't know why the hotkeys aren't working anymore. Why is the hotkey no longer working? Yeah, either or. I guess I'm manually using OBS today because none of the hotkeys are working properly. Woo! All right, time to give this a shot. We're going to do a time, 30 seconds, and then we're gonna move to quote as usual. All right, let's move this down. Boom. Boom. I'll just move. Why do you want to stay those sections? Man, these keycaps are sharp. All right. Again, we are doing the Kale Speed Coppers. We'll see how it sounds. And everything's off. GMMK Pro removed everything. What just happened? Do I have a key that's being pressed right now? That's why that's not working? Whoa. It's MSI, Kale Speeds. Oh. Did it just exit out of it? What? No way. Okay, open up monkey type. Something is going on. No, yeah, I'm holding a key. Looks like a key is being held. By what? What? A key is being held right now. A specific key is being held right now. Let me unplug this. Not it. Unplug this. No. Okay. And what else should I unplug? I don't know. Oh, is it Windows? No way. Are you joking with me right now? I removed everything. Okay. Now, I will plug this back in. There are no keyboards attached right now. Keyboard inserted. No way. Did I sticky key myself? Oh my god. Yeah, that's not working at all. So if I do this and I do W, removes whatever that is. It's W. It's what is the shortcut for that? Oh my god, what is going on? I don't understand. Oh my god, we've been hitting issue after issue today. That's not fun. Oh my god. I can't even scroll. That's how bad this is. I can't even scroll. I'm holding control for some reason. Okay. So is it this or is it something else? Something is just holding control for me. That's what's happening. Something is holding control for me. I believe that's what's happening. Okay. Okay, Windows. Okay. And now... Nope, something's still holding control for me. It's shift, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, something's still holding control. See, I'm typing here and it's still not doing anything. What is going on? Oh my god. Huh. How do I remove that? That is weird. Where's my keyboard section? Bars, address, links, desktop, use it. What is it? I'm gonna use my mobile phone because instead of figuring that, I think it's the control key. I believe it's the control key. Yeah. While I'm searching, I'm gonna use the washroom real quick. I'll be right back, but it looks like there is an issue where the control key is being held down. So I'm gonna search how to figure that out. So there is a way, and it might be a Windows issue regarding the control key. So let's check it out here. So what we got is Control Alt Delete might actually work apparently. Control Alt Delete. Cancel. And oh, it did. Oh my god! Fix me. Yeah. I don't know what you're looking for. But it's not there. Also, how did you get that off the... Okay, so... Annoying cat out of the way, and the annoying problem with the control key is stuck. So apparently Control Alt Delete is a quick way to stop that. Okay, now we can try it with the scale speed copper switches. Zerxby, if you keep doing that, I'm gonna have to kick you out. Okay? Don't hurt me. Alright. Cat has now been kicked out. Unfortunate. Oh well. Okay. So, we'll do that test again, this time with the GMMK Pro and the scale speed coppers. Alright. Oh wait. Oh yeah, Spotify's off. Oh man, I made a mistake. Jesus. Okay, so around 70. And these are speed switches. And that's how they sound. Let's do a quote test now. Alright. Woo. Let's see what actual typing of a sentence sounds like. Alright. There we go. Proper position. Again, scale speed coppers on GMMK Pro. Of course, these sections have not been filled, but it will sound relatively similar. I don't think it's going to affect the sound too much. Okay. Boom. 68 words per minute, multiple mistakes. Alright, let's talk about this quote as well. Alright. But sometimes illumination comes to our rescue at the very moment when all seems lost. We have knocked at every door and they open on nothing until, at last, we stumble unconsciously against the only one through which we can enter the kingdom we have sought in vain 100 years. And it opens. Yeah. So that's basically saying that if you keep trying, it's just one way of saying it. If you keep trying, you will eventually eventually make it through. It's not that you will make it through. It's just at one point it's bound to give. Okay, but sometimes illumination, or basically a thought or understanding, comes to our rescue at the very moment when all seems lost. So yeah. So yeah, when you're at the end of the rope or your rope, your mind tends to think of a crap ton more strategies, even the things that might not work, and then you'll realize some of the things that you thought might not work actually might work. So you try them anyways because that's what your brain is trying to perceive, and it goes like, yeah, we can do this, we'll totally do it. And then you get your hope, and we have knocked at every door and they open on nothing. So yeah, so basically it goes through every single possibility you freaking can. Of course, it doesn't mean it's because you can. But the next one is, at last we stumble unconsciously against the only one through which we can enter the kingdom we sought in vain 100 years. So basically, it's one of those things where life flashes across your eyes. No, it's every solution that you can possibly think of flashing across your eyes just because all seems lost. And finally, you have a thought that you can probably, maybe, possibly survive this. So, who knows? All right, now that that's done, we can move on to the next one. Oh, all right. Glorious Pandas and then the Browns. All right. Yes, of course. Can we do this? Yeah, we can actually do this. Yeah, that's actually a little stiff, but we still can. Oh, that's much stiffer. 3, 5, 6. Yeah, that's a lot stiffer than normal. And these are the speed switches. These aren't... It's been used. Okay, yeah, this one I'll definitely need the keycap puller for. Okay, let's go back in there. Come on! There we go. Yeah, that took a while. That was a lot. There we go. Yeah, I think I can just do these. Come on. Let's pull these away for a second and straighten this guy out. There we go. We are able to straighten those guys out. And then we can put these back. Same thing. Alright. Go. There we go. Oh. Alright. But yeah. Oh my god. Jesus. Hang on. My lips are chapped as all hell. Everything's dry. And I am going to do these. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, this is the weird part where I'm like, yeah, I can pull these out with just my bare fingers, and here we are, having issues. Okay, so now I can take these guys. Oh my god, don't bend. Hopefully, too much. Jesus Christ. Control, Windows, Alt. I wonder what is the combination of keys that enabled the sticky key to stick on Control and do nothing other than Control. Because that was nuts. I was just thinking, what could cause that? I don't know what combination of key would cause that, where it's just stuck as if it was pressing Control the entire time. And I didn't think Control Alt Delete would work, but apparently it does. Control Alt Delete. Yeah. Alright. Put these all back. Wait, where's that one with the weird stubby? That one with the stubby. I might need to get that out. Yeah. Alright. And we're just gonna pull all these out. It's weird that the mechanism in general is the same for all mechanical keyboards. It just closes a circuit, and that's all it takes. But it is kind of weird how it just works that way. Come on, there we go. There's some motherboard, daughterboard. There we go. Come on. I wonder if anyone actually knows. But for it to be hit that easily, that combination of keys to hold down the control key, that's kind of... I don't know how to feel about that. That's weird that you can do that without knowing. Like, you can actually hit a combination of keys that would just do that for you. Why would that ever be the case? I don't understand. When would you ever truly need just a button to be held down? Like, the only reason I can think of is some weird speedrunner hack and or bot hack where you're like, oh, I see that this one key, this spam itself the entire time. But yeah. Holy jeez. Oh my god. This thing, oh my god. It takes a lot out of you. I really wish there was a better version of these. There has to be a better version of these. Thicker as well, and not just, you know. Oh my god. Not just this thin. It has a better grip and not that much force, because all it really needs is to spread back apart. It's not even about the force or how much you have to press it. You just need the minimum amount of force, right? But as you can see, it's relatively wide. Much bigger than the key. So you already have to press it down just to move from one to the other. All right. Now we can put in the Glorious Panda switches. Honestly, I liked when I first got it, I really liked the Glorious Panda switches. And I honestly think, even if you did lube them, what's it called? If you loop them and you put it in the mode where it just pushes, what's it called? Where you lube the bump, I think it'll be fine. I think lubing the bump is fine on the Glorious Pandas because it's very pronounced. It doesn't call out to you pronounced, but it's terribly pronounced that you can actually tell the bump exists, and it kind of wants to say, hey, by the way, the bump's here, woo! I don't know, but this feels wrong. Like, putting them in feels like I'm scratching it or breaking something. Okay, but they're not horrible. Okay. So we're gonna keep going anyways and pushing them in. And as you can see, we've gone through 3 keys or keycaps at this point. This will be the 3rd, and hopefully the hot swap sockets are absolutely fine. They seem like they are so far, but of course we will only find out later once we are done with the keys. Okay, and hopefully we aren't breaking any of the hot swap sockets, because if we are so screwed. We are so screwed because the MK65 already broke, and I'm pretending that this won't break, and I would do it usually. But I guess that's kind of the point of the hot swap sockets. If you are a keyboard enthusiast, yeah, you will keep swapping like I do. You keep swapping switches, and that's fine. However, when it comes to normal people, they would try out one switch and they would swap it out once, and they won't swap it out again until maybe 3 years down the road, just to try things out. They won't actually swap switches just cause. Keyboard enthusiasts, they'd be like, I want to change the pace. Let me try linears real quick. They're like, oh yeah, linears. And then try linears, like, yeah, I didn't like linears. It's not that great. And then swap back. So that's literally 1 to 2 or 3 key switches in the span of years. Keyboard enthusiasts would go through switches or changes in the span of months versus years. And that's assuming you only have one keyboard. If you have more than one keyboard, you can actually swap it out. Oh, Jesus Christ. You can actually swap keyboards entirely instead of just, what's it called? Yeah, swap keyboards entirely instead of switches, which, you know, it doesn't eradicate the issue of having to swap switches and potentially breaking Kale hot swap sockets, or whatever these type of hot swap sockets are. I did grab 70 of these, if I remember correctly. That way I can have most of it, and then the rest of it will be, what do you call, a different set. Oh my god. This is my favorite keyboard layout, 75%, because you still have access to the F-row keys without hitting function. And honestly, that to me is pretty freaking good. Okay. There we go. And boom. What? We have exactly what we need. And no extra. Jeez. And I think that has to do with the 4 remaining unlubed ones in the back. Let me see. Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay. Not as bad as I thought it would be. Alright, let's start with the spacebar. That way we know already whether we're going to have issues. There we go. There's sticking, but you know, like I said, we're not gonna fix that because we'll end up popping it, and I don't want to open this keyboard yet again. Okay, looks like this is gonna be, relatively speaking, loose. Okay. Ooh, that's a poppy one. I don't hate that. Okay, like I don't know if you guys can hear this, but if I hit this button, yeah, whatever material this is, it has a thicker sound to it. It might be the keycaps. So I think the keycaps will determine the rest of the sound. So that is higher pitch than I normally like it. That's just a rattly stab. Cool. Goddamn GMK stabilizers. Then I have no idea why they went with that specific design. And then they lubed the hell out of it to the point that it's ridiculous. And they don't know what went wrong. It was so gummy that the fact that it's almost as if they didn't test it themselves. And like, even if you just tested it, you would know that this is bad. Like it was bad, like just plain bad. Oh my god! Like, you don't even have to be an expert or a custom keyboard enthusiast to know that those stabs were just bad in general, or the way they were lubing them was bad. Because I at least could figure out that if you made that type of design and went, oh yeah, this is fine, and then went through the lubing process of the factory, and you tested it out, and I'm like, oh yeah, that is indeed horrible. No, it's too sticky. It takes a while to come back up. Maybe we should dial down the lube, whatever lube that they were using, because it was a very see-through lube. It wasn't white like Krytox or DBZ or most other lubes that keyboard enthusiasts take a look at. It was almost as if they used dielectric grease, which, honestly, not a bad idea. Dielectric grease, not a bad idea. However, the way they lubed it was absolutely horrible. At least the factory lube. Okay, this is nice. Okay, I don't hate this. This is nice and interesting. It's a little too high-pitched, but it's poppy. I like how it pops. It's a little scratchy here. Not too scratchy, but you know. Okay, now we are going to try a different test. All right, we're going to go with time 30 seconds on the clock again, but this time we are on the glorious Panda switches that come from the same company as the keyboard, and they are lubed with Krytox 205 G0 or grade 0, and have what is it called? It's just the alphas, like I said, or the base of the 65%. All right, here we go. 30 seconds on the clock, regular English. Why does it sound unlubed? That sounds bad. The L sounds bad. Like, I could tell. Yeah, that sounds different. Let me just... I'm gonna swap that. I'm gonna swap that real quick. And we are gonna see if that makes any change. Because I'm gonna do the other test. There we go. Okay, we're gonna test all the keys. Q and E. Okay. We're gonna use the arrow keys as replacements because I believe those are fine. Oh! I think one of the streams I did mix the lubed and unlubed ones by accident. Okay, so this might be it. Those might be it. Like, you can tell the difference. As you can hear. That's... Okay. So Q as well. Alright. Gonna take this guy off. Let's try this. I believe these are. There you go. So there should be one more somewhere. What the heck? What the heck? Huh? Oh. There's a rubber gasket on it. I was so confused why that was a silent one. Okay, that's also a silent one, quote unquote. But that was just silenced because... Oh, right! Because back in the day, I wanted to silence the keys depending on the type of keyboard they are. There you go. That's a little scratchy. Maybe the B? B and question mark? Okay, I'm gonna swap. Okay, B doesn't feel as bad. But definitely question mark. Definitely the question mark section. I'll take that out. It does feel scratchy. I did lube them by hand, so it could just be a bad lube job from my end. Yeah, that's fine. you know, we're gonna swap that with the tilde key. Just in case. Just in case. We'll swap B with the tilde key. And see if there is a difference. Probably not. I do believe I don't have a full set of lubed. Oh my god. Nope. Yep. Oh my god, I literally just fixed them again. No, it's just literally that key. It's this. Yeah, that's just slightly scratchier. It's just. Oh, it's just a bad loop job. That's what it was. That's what it was. This was just a bad loop job on this one. But the rest of them were fine. Because I was testing them out. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not. Okay, whatever this material is made out of from Ducky, damn. Okay, those are it. These are unlooped. No, we figured that out. So we did mix it from the last few streams. We have looped and unlooped ones. All right, now let's actually get into the quote. All right, let's see what we got as a quote. Let's move these all aside. So that's down, right. That is left and up. All right, and looks like that's good. And we're gonna plug this back in. Oh no. Bitters. Jesus. Okay. That key has not working with the periods. That was from Silent Field? I feel like that was from oh. Okay, so guess I can show it here. And you focus? Focus. Come on. Got this. A little farther. So look, it's a stubby, and I think what happened is, if I can get my opener. I think what happened with that, as you can see, it is stubbed a little bit. It's shorter. They're supposed to be the same length. And I think what happened is it did get pushed up because I pushed into the hot swap socket. And honestly, that's what we're testing for as well. Because if you do that constantly enough, you might end up with the hot swap socket actually being lifted off the pad on the back of the PCB. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. Because on the NK65, like I said, one of the other keyboards that I have, it literally happened to, I think, 3 different sections. Okay. And you can probably see, this is one of the lubed ones. Oh, and it got bent too, did it? Bent? Oh no, that's normal. Alright, so I can just pull it out maybe? And grab. Oh, let go, let go. Okay. Alright, oh my god. Jesus, why? Why don't you automatically adjust? You were automatically adjusting a while ago. Alright, where is my... There it is. Alright, so I'm just going to pull it out a little bit. I'm going to use a pair of pliers, as you can see, and I'm going to pull that out and see if that makes a difference. It is... It should be fine. Just being pulled out, because it did get pushed in. Should be fine. Being pulled a little bit. So, now we can try pushing this back in. Looks like it's a little twisted, so we're gonna change that. There we go. And hopefully, back in. Go into VIA, and we can go into the keyboard tester. Okay, so I don't need that. I just need key tester, and it works now. Okay, good. Now it works. So yeah, just pulling it out. Okay, it works. All right, so that's fine. We'll redo that sound test because I was very confused in that area. Okay, exit out of VIA. Okay, and as you can see here, let's talk about this a little bit. And yeah, this is from Seinfeld, this quote. I didn't think it would be because I vaguely remember it from, what was it called? I vaguely remember this from Dungeons and Dragons movie. That I think one of the characters was like, "No, I've been born a quitter. That's why I don't want to do any of this," and so on and so forth. But apparently, it could have been originated from Seinfeld. All right, so here's what the quote says. I'm a great quitter. It's one of the few things I do well. I come from a long line of quitters. My father was a quitter. My grandfather was a quitter. I was raised to give up. Okay. I mean, it's just one of those quotes where you're like, you know, you should really be confident in yourself. Yes, I am confident in my inability to do anything. But yes, so yeah, no, I don't know. Even if, for example, for me, both of my parents are both in technical fields. Both my sister and my brother, they're in art fields. I am in doing YouTube stuff, streaming, and stuff like that, aka creator-based fields. And if you are in, for example, stuck in thinking, oh, both of my parents are in technical fields like dentistry and engineering, I should definitely go into a technical field because I was born and raised to do that, right? And then here we are with all 3 siblings going, you know, we're gonna do creator stuff. We're gonna make music and films and joint plays and voice act and all those other things. So it's like, oh, well, who knew? So no, even if your entire family is doctors, even if your entire family is engineers, if you don't like being an engineer, you don't have to be. I literally went to school and there was this story going around of this one kid who literally got into the same course that I went into and did the course 4 times in the row. And the principal had to talk to him and say, hey kid, look, obviously this is not working for you. So how about you choose something else that you're more likely to actually pass? And the kid, terrified, goes, I can't. I literally can't. If I don't pass this, my entire family will disown me. Like, that's how bad this stuff gets sometimes. And maybe if you could talk to your parents, this is maybe, okay, look, I don't know your family circumstances, but maybe if you talk to your parents, I've tried this twice. I understand nothing. I can't pass for some reason. And I am truly trying my hardest. And you have to, of course, try your actual hardest. And I'm getting nowhere. Maybe my strength lies elsewhere. And if your strength lies elsewhere, that's fine. And hopefully your parents are accepting. I know my parents aren't really, not really. I mean, that's why I kind of do this in secret. My parents don't know that I do this in specific. So it's like, hey, this is basically an emotional outlet, I guess. Oh well. But yeah, no. You don't have to be beholden to whatever your parents' field of work is. You can do whatever you want. Don't be beholden to it. Goddamn. Alright, so now we've done that. I think the last one is the Lube Cherry MX Browns. And hopefully, again, we won't lift any pads off of the actual keyboard. Oh, it's terrifying. It's terrifying. God damn. Okay, so we're going to take these off, unplug this again, and keep going. Alright. But holy jeez. Oh my god. Yeah, oh, this might be one of those that I can just pull. Oh, yeah, I can just pull it out with my fingers. So yeah, the tops are relatively loose on the pandas compared to the keycaps. So it is relatively loose, except for, of course, except for the stabilizer parts. So this is a different size than this, or the stabilizer stems are a different size than the actual switch stems from Glorious. Again, that's the problem with their stabilizers. Do not buy GMMK stabilizers. Everyone knows this at this point, but just in case you think, oh, it's fine. Fine. At least V1s are definitely not fine. So skip out on that if you have to. But yes. Okay. Now just to continue over. So the Cherry MX Browns, they are what a lot of people would call your starter switch, and it's not one of the best ones. However, if you do have, what's it called? Cherry MX Browns, if they are unlubed, they feel worse than when they are lubed. So, if you haven't heard lubed Cherry MX Browns, here's your chance. And these don't have a lot of they might have a lot of actuation, so they might actually be smoother than normal switches because I used them for work previously and then I swapped them out and now I'm just like reusing them at this point. I'm pretty sure that I have a bag of more Cherry MX Browns somewhere in the house, but it's literally a bag of Cherry MX Browns. I'm not too tore up about losing a bag of Cherry MX Browns for no reason, but you know what I mean. They're just regular browns. There's nothing crazy. And I think there are switches. I don't know who sells them, but they call it butter browns, kind of like butterbeer from Harry Potter, which is what it reminds me of. Oh, there we go. So yeah, but apparently those are actuated at least 10,000 times to be able to mate with the rest of the switch. And that's the concept of mating, I guess. Not, mating, but surface mating. That's what it's called. That's the concept of surface mating. So, you know those little inconsistent grooves? And kind of the reason why, for example, you put thermal paste on your CPU cooler is because even though you look at a surface and like this one, it looks flat, it's not truly flat. There are small, imperceptible to the eyes and the feel of your fingers. There's small imperfections that creates friction. And if you actually go through the process of using the keycaps or the switches, the switches repeatedly, you will end up with two surfaces that actually have perfect contact with each other. So instead of, I guess, doing it kind of like this, where there's like weird gaps and whatnot, it will just actually line up perfectly with each other, and just glidely smooth. Smoothly glide with each other, and you will actually get a smoother experience. And that's why people actually go with something called butter browns or kale whipped creams, which is basically kale creams, except they've gone through all of the actuations. Nice and catchy names, I will give them that. And oh right, I actually wanted, and I still do, I want to keep that away from the unlubed ones, which is what I kept them. I just kept them for the ability to test them out and see how the difference between lubed and unlubed one. But yeah, what am I doing? Why am I slowing down myself? All right, oh my god. Basically, I wanted to make this keycap or keyboard with kale whipped creams and root beer switches, Gatoron root beer switches. And the reason why, because I can put the alphas as root beer switches and the tops or the F row as the, what's it called? As kale whipped creams, and I can make a keyboard that's a root beer float. Oh, let me get some audio in here. Hopefully it's not too loud. But yeah. And it's like, oh, that's interesting. That'd be funny. Even as a YouTube thumbnail, you'd be like, oh, wouldn't that be crazy? Would you like a root beer float keyboard? Wouldn't you? Because I would. root beer float keyboard. And all it really is just alphas of Gateron root beer switches and Efro of kale whipped creams. And the worst technical Franklin switch you can probably do is maybe get the root beer switches and put the kale cream tops. So yeah, but I don't think you can, because Gateron and Kale have two different mounting systems. The only thing you can swap between them is the stem. Like, yeah, I believe it would be the stem, the only thing you can actually swap together, because the latching mechanism on both of them would be different. So yeah, you can't even have the top of the Kale. But the problem with that is you're basically getting a mated surface item and then changing it. So you can't even guarantee that you put it to the correct mated surface when you put back the stems to the switches. No. So not a good idea. Ooh, do you hear that? Yeah, that's a ticking sound that you would probably hear if you are actually typing normally. It's apparent. Because if I held down or held up this, so I'm gonna pull this up, so basically lifting it, right? As you can hear, it's not as bad. So as long as it's close to that area where it might contact another piece of metal, it will start making that ticking sound. And that's what we don't want. So we do need to force break mod this at one point. I might do that next stream, just to do that. And I might actually buy root beer switches. So if when payday comes around, and if I have enough money, oh my god, please have enough money. And I didn't spend too much on going out. And I think I spent about $20 extra than I was supposed to. It's like, I wish. But I sold a few Pokemon cards, so maybe, I think, yeah, I don't think it's enough to cover the extra 20 that I spent. The one weekday I had a weak will and went, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna go do it. Okay, are these looped? I don't know. I don't think these are looped. Are these? Give me one sec. Please tell me if these are not the lubed ones. I'm gonna skip them because there's no point in getting unlubed switches. I think these are it. Give me this. Oh my god. This one? Oh no, these are. Oh, these are speeds. Where are my browns? Did I? Are these lubed? My brain. Oh Jesus. I'm pretty sure did I lube all of them? Because I know I lubed browns, but I could have done the same mistake I did with these guys, the glorious pandas, and I mixed some of them. Okay, you know what? Blind test. All right, so they can't all be unlubed, right? So. That's pink. They're all a little pink. I can swear. Did I have? No way. Did I? What? I'm here. No, these are silent switches. That's a silent switch. No, I didn't do that. That's not hot swap. No, these are heels. I'm pretty sure I lubed them, but they don't. Okay, you know what? I'll try them anyways. I'm pretty sure I lubed them though. Well, good old Cherry MX Browns. They might not be that great, but you know, they're the old reliable, I suppose. Okay. So yeah, they are. That doesn't feel lubed at all. It could be that I'm not used to going back and forth between lubed and unlubed. Oh, you know what? I have a switch opener. Why don't I just open them? I'm just a fool. That's what I am. I'm an idiot. No, they're lubed. They are lubed. These are lubed. What? Why do they not feel lubed? Oh my god. Is this just like bad cherry? Is this just old cherry that doesn't feel that great? I know they have the 2 versions. Oh well. So yeah. Weird. Oh Jesus. I didn't think. Oh. I didn't think that'd be the case. Jeez. I'm a fool. I could have just opened this the entire time and I didn't. Yeah, so it looks like these are lubed. Lube Cherry MX Browns. Yeah, they are lubed. Are they just that scratchy? I just don't remember. Because I remember they sounded much better previously. But I guess not. Holy bejesus. Alright, so let's do this and go. Alright, so we are going to go with Cherry MX Browns. Lubed Cherry MX Browns to be very specific. Because we don't want unlubed Cherry MX Browns. There's no point in unlubed Cherry MX Browns. So let's see what these actually sound like. So hopefully they don't sound horrible. I don't think they will. They sound a lot lower pitched than their unlubed counterparts, if I remember correctly. But we shall see here how they fare against all the other switches that we've tried. Gale Speed Coppers. These are just basically Gale Speed Coppers. Sorry. Gale Speed Coppers are basically the same switch as the Cherry MX Brown. The difference is the actuation point is much higher. It's been cut in half effectively. Although I do wish there were other switches where the travel distance is about 2.5 mil instead of 3. I think it was 3.5. Some of the lower ones I had. And a lot of people would say, oh my god, well, why? The whole point of the mechanical keyboard is the travel distance. Not really. Because, for example, there are the low profile switches that some people really, really like. And I'm one of those who actually like low profile switches as well. So, honestly, if they came with, not even low profile switches in particular, just switches that are, oh, that is great. Do this real quick. Come on. Work. Focus. There we go. There you go. That is extra bits that we don't want. So I'm just gonna cut them off with a knife so that it doesn't break things like it would normally. There we go. Off. Oh yeah. Alright, so now that is cleaned, should have no issues going through. Okay, hopefully. There we go. There you go. See? Now it's fine. So yeah. I'm not opening all of these to figure out which ones are lubed and unlubed, but I can tell that they are lubed. Okay. But they don't feel that great for something that's lubed. Honestly, maybe butter browns are a thing to do. Might as well go for butter browns. Get a run whipped creams. Kale whipped creams, actually. Oh, there were kale switches. 2 minutes. Okay, there we go. Push this down. You can hear that. That is literally the board. Oh my god. This board has a lot of work to do. Is that why? Oh my god. You know what? Next time, I'm gonna fix this board next time. I think that's what we're gonna do. I think that's what we're supposed to be doing next time. We're gonna actually fix it, not do things done. There we go. That's a much softer material, so that's fine. Okay. Alright, so let's push this through. No, it doesn't feel right. That's the thing. I really don't... I don't know. It just doesn't feel quite right. Neither does this. Ew. Stubby. This feels like it got cut. Oh, I think it did. I think this is one of the few where the keyboard actually bumped into the switch area and they cut it off. But if they didn't realize, they didn't really need to. I think it was just an insurance on their point, just in case it did cut into something. So they just chopped it off, just going, okay, look, we're just gonna have a chopped off piece just to make sure that it never ever contacts that one very specific area. Alright? And they just did that. And now, we are at the point where we're almost done and we can actually do final sound test. Oh yeah! Alright. Has anyone actually heard browns that sound good? I know there are people who buy butter browns, so it's like, hello? It is possible. It is a thing. It's not like people don't want the feel of Cherry MX browns specifically. And honestly, if you are a very light typist, and this is when we lube this, I mentioned in the stream that when we lube this, where if you're a light typist, you can actually feel the bump just fine. If you're slamming into the keys a lot, you won't feel the bump, period, because you just blow past it. Like if you type this way, 100% you won't. If you type just really slowly or lightly by brushing the keys, you are actually gonna end up with a tactile experience. But any other way, if you are striking the keys, you are barely gonna get a tactile experience out of the Cherry MX browns. These are lubed. I made sure as well not to lube the actual bump, so should be able to feel them just fine. And I think we can also do a test, or what's it called? A typing test where we type as lightly as possible. That way you can hear the difference. And also I can tell for sure that absolutely you can tell that it is indeed tactile. Because I know for a fact that it is tactile. It's just that striking the key, or the Cherry MX Brown in particular, is one of the few ways that you will just blow past that tactile bump. So if you are a heavy typist, skip the Cherry MX Brown if you have to. And it is... Why does that feel wrong? I can check that one. I'm gonna check this one. I'm gonna check this one, make sure it is actually lubed, because that felt unlubed. Like, actually felt unlubed. Unless it's just a bad lube job, like I said. Oh, it's lubed, it's just very light. Okay, just make sure. Okay. It's a light lube job on this one. Okay, that's fine. I don't think it's a U. H. A, S, D, F, G, H. Yeah, I was right, it's H! And I'm already having a hard time putting it back in. Why? Oh, that's why. There we go. Okay. Yeah, those... Yeah, that seems like they're all lubed. There isn't a huge discrepancy. Okay, H is definitely a huge discrepancy. I might just swap that out, just to make sure that it is an even typing experience. Because H... Yeah, no, H actually stands out. That's weird. Okay. Oh, that stands out too. Okay, so this is the control and H. Wait. Huh? Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, because it came from a similar switch. Okay, we'll take these two out. 1 and 2. And we'll swap them with 2 of these guys. That way, hopefully, they're fine. Yeah, this is not as scratchy as this. Weirdly enough. Alright. Okay, actually, that still felt scratchy. Is it just that section? No, it's not. Okay, no, it's much better. Alright. Yeah, that's weird too. It's lubed, so it's not a bad lube job. No, that was the bad loop job. What the heck? I mean, that's smooth. It's just tinier for some reason. Okay, whatever. Alright, it is the Alt key on the corner, so either or. So we're just gonna give this a good alt. Oh, you know what? It's a spacebar just in case. Because we've had troubles with this stabilizer spacebar. And it's still rattling. Get this open. And we'll put this back in. Yeah, rally as all hell. No, I'm not, because the more I press this spacebar, the more it goes, it wants to pop. Yeah, this is not a, like, don't get the GMK stabilizer, period. Even if you get a GMMK board, just buy a different set of stabilizers. Oh my god, it's so bad. Ooh. I don't like, that's terribly high-pitched. I do not like high-pitched keyboards like that. God, it's not great. I don't like it. Oh my god. That's high-pitched. That's really high-pitched. Damn. Am I not... Could it be not the spacebar? I still hear the rattling, so it's definitely a spacebar issue. But still, that's a lot higher pitch than I thought it would be. Is it the plate? Please don't be the plate. It's actually the keyboard. I think if you want Cherry MX Browns, get on polycarb. Don't put in steel. Any type of metal plate. Do not put it. It's high pitch. Unless you like high pitch. Honestly. If that's what you're going for, a high pitch sounding keyboard that isn't clicky. Yeah, it's high pitched. Okay. Alright. You're looking for a high pitched keyboard that isn't clicky. Sure. Go for the Cherry MX Browns. And I should probably do a thick lube job on these. I might just re-lube them and go a little thicker. Just to see if that changes anything. Why do I have pain in my finger? I have pain in my finger for some reason right now. I don't think I did anything to my finger. Ooh. That isn't high-pitched for some reason. That's high-pitched. That's still high-pitched. Alright. I remember when I was looking at the unlubed Cherry MX Browns. They sounded horrible in comparison to the regular Cherry MX Browns. Okay. Oh dear. My fan just went on. Oh, it is 11. So we've been streaming for quite a while right now. Alright, let me just turn off that. We don't want that during sound test. Because my fan just went on simply because it is on a timer. So there is a schedule to it. And that's honestly one of the reasons why I like, for example, I bought the Dyson. But recently, I've actually seen that the Dyson is... Holy Jesus. It's $800 now for the same Dyson that I had for 5 years now. Oh. Yeah, they're all high-pitched. Okay. Yeah. For the same Dyson, yeah. I was saying, for the same Dyson, oh my god, it's $800 now. It used to be about $300 to $500, like $350 for the same model that I have. And it's just the updated version of that same model. I don't think they really changed anything. It looks exactly the same. The outside looks exactly the same. There's no like subtle differences or anything like that. And there's no reason it has to be more powerful than the previous one other than, you know, the technology on the inside. But if it's a lot more quieter, but I was looking at the specs of it, it was the exact same specs for the decibel level too. So I don't know what's going on. I'm just sitting here going, I don't know. I don't know why it's more expensive. It's more expensive, that I know for sure. But other than that, no. Okay, we'll do time real quick. And we're gonna remove this sound. All right, so this is what lubed Cherry MX Browns sound like on a metal keyboard, the GMMK Pro. I don't like how high-pitched it sounds, but if this is something that you like, then, you know, have at it. But here is what it sounds like. Or maybe I should plug in the keyboard first. Oh, it's late. I'm already losing my mind. All right. Here we go. This is, again, GMMK Pro and Lube Cherry MX Browns. These are the OGs. And here we go. Oh. The U key doesn't work. The U key is not working. You know what? Oh, let's open it. Move the U key. What happened to this key, I do not know. We shall find out, I suppose. Okay. It looks like it's fine. It's not bent at all. Let us... Does look like it's actuating, so it should be fine, but let me grab... Yeah, let's grab that guy. Let's grab that guy. Boom. This guy. Push that back in. Okay, I'll put the U key in there. Let's grab that. Okay, via, open that up. Key tester. As you can see, the key tester is up and available. The U key does not work. Did we pop one off? Okay. 5 key doesn't work. Oh no. Okay. Whoa, that is crazy. What? Alright, is it the switches? Oh, it's not the switches because we just swapped that one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did we short something? We were using this keyboard just a few minutes ago. Let's pull this one out. Let's pull U. Let's pull 5 first. Okay. We know that this switch is definitely working because we tested it. As you can see, the up arrow, I'm going to test it right now, just so you can see. It's the thing that's blinking. As you can see, it's blinking. It's on the screen. It works. The switch itself works. Let's try number 5. Let's pull that out. It doesn't look like the pad is lifted, though. And it's not working. It does not work. It simply doesn't work. Oh, we got it. We got it to go. We have to press really hard? That is not real. Okay. Same with the U, maybe? We have to press really hard for some reason. Are the pins not contacting? Is that the case? Is that what's happened? I have an idea. I have an idea. I think what happened was because I think it's the same issue that we've had with this guy. I think we might have to stop using this in tests because it is spreading some of the keys or the, what's it called? It is spreading the switches or the hot swap switches, and it's not getting any actual contact. I think that's what's happening. The Kale hot swaps. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. Oh no. Yep. Okay. I think we know what's happening. So 5, we got 0 as well. That one. L. And bracket. Alright, so we're gonna do that. So let us put this back because we know that works now. Because we know what to do. U still's not working. You have to press hard. Yeah. Okay, so we know what's wrong with the U. Not U. The letter U. Alright. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just bend it ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. That way it's more likely to contact the switch. But you can't bend it too much, because if you bend it too much, you will end up missing the mark and not able to. Come on. What's wrong with you? Maybe the other way? Oh, a little too much. Oh, much. A little much. A little bit. Just a little bit. No, that's a little too straight. There you go. And you might not be able to get contact. Still not getting any contact with the letter U. I'm going to try that again. Slight bit. Again. Now we're getting contact with the U. As you can see, VIA is showing up that I'm getting registers. Woo! Okay. Is numpad on or something? This is flashing. Why is that flashing? I have no idea why that's flashing. No, it's still flashing. No idea. Alright, we'll figure that out in a bit. Okay, so we have 0 and minus and or dash. Grab those. I'm gonna open these up too. Okay, so that is fine. That looks, yeah, that looks fine. That's a little too much. Yeah, same with this guy. Oh, just a little bit. That way we can fit them in. And now 0 works as well, as you can see. Holy Jesus. Okay, so there are a few items in there that's causing issues. A few problem switches that are bending the insides of the hot swap sockets, which is causing issues with the other switches. And these were pre-soldered as well. It's not like these weren't soldered previously. See? Now that's working too. Just fine. Okay, now what's L? Yeah, so I have to hit really hard just to get L to go through. So again, we're going to pull that out. And this is the nice thing about hot swap sockets. You just pull that out. That's fine. All right. All right. And we shall see in that way. And L works just fine. As you can see, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yep. That works just fine. And now we can do bracket and all these 3 other switches. So bracket. I'm gonna do the same thing. All we have to do is just bend it just slightly. And when I say slightly, I mean slightly. I don't mean a lot. I mean not even a millimeter of movement. Slightly. As you can see, it works again. Woo! Hot swap sockets. Damn it. Why? Why you do this to me, hot swap sockets? I blame the hot swap sockets and my lack of information. Okay. Okay, so I believe right now that it is literally just the simple fact that if you have hot swap sockets, you do not want to actually use them with previously soldered in switches. No, it's not holding. We gotta bend it a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so if you have previously soldered switches, do not use them with hot swaps. Okay. Now it looks like that's working now. That works just fine, as if it's a normal switch. Again, we're gonna bend this just a little bit. Same with the other side. All right. And now it works again. Hell yeah. All right. Yeah, this is the function. I don't know what this blinking is all about, but as long as it doesn't interfere, we should be good. All right, we will exit out of VIA. We will do another test. Cherry MX Browns again. Oh, these are Cherry MX Browns. Just through. Put this up. All right. Again, these are Cherry. Oh, caps lock. It's on. So caps lock is on. I hit caps lock earlier. Okay. All right. 30 seconds. English Cherry MX Browns, they are lubed, and we made sure the lubed ones are actually the ones in the alphas, so there shouldn't be any weird outliers, and we should be able to type properly this time. Oh, wait. No way. Oh my god, it's not even consistent. Holy Jesus. Okay, we are opening up VIA again. Holy jeez. Okay, please, please, next time. E-tester. Yeah, H not working well. We're gonna type as if we're typing normally. J is not working. H is not working. E is fine. S is not working properly unless I... Okay. I have to hit S really hard. So S, we'll take off S. Oh my god. The amount of issues we're having on stream is ridiculous. You don't like it? So S is having issues. H is having issues. Oh my god, why did I use that? H is having issues. J... As you can see, J is having issues. Okay. J is having issues. Biggest issue. Yep. Works fine. That's fine. That's fine. M and B, V, V, X, Z. That's fine. Seven's not fine. Yeah, okay, slapping 7 is fine. Just holding down 7 is not fine. So again, issues with that. Fine. Plus is having issues. Backspace, no issues. Holy Jesus. Maybe I shouldn't use those. Yep. It was working earlier. Oh my god. Okay. Right control, left alt, hold down space is fine, left alt, left Windows, that's fine. Up control is fine. I'm not gonna touch it. Okay. Alright. So now again we'll just be bending a few things. That's fine, yeah, so that's fine. Alright. So we'll just bend again, we'll just bend it just enough to change the trajectory and hit a metal contact. So this should, in theory, work much better now. Yes, so now we're able to hold down the 7 just fine without any weird flickering. Same with the rest of the keys, I guess. Okay. I think that should work fine. No. Oh, okay, that's way too much. I just bent that. Oh, that's way too much. Oh, there we go. That might work. There you go. That works just fine. Alright, now for the rest of the keys, we'll do the same thing. Again, we're just barely bending it. Barely, there we go. A little too much. But still. As long as there is a little bit of bend to it, it should be fine. Remember, this time you have to push it in at an angle. Otherwise, you might not even be able to get it in. Okay, S is just working just fine. We can do H as well now. Holy Jesus. So it's not the sockets are having issues. And we have to modify the switches to help with the socket is the unfortunate part. Not the other way around. The socket is the one having the issues, remember? Alright, same is gonna happen with J. So if I don't touch this and don't do anything, it should have issues. It does have issues, good. So I do know it's the socket, not the switch. Again, we're gonna... Oh my god. Moves so much. There we go. Alright, so hopefully that's not too much of a deviation. That it's too much of a... There we go. Oh, I wasn't lifting that. Okay, so now it works just fine. It's getting a nice bit of... Oh, if I hold it down... Yeah. Okay, if I hold it down lightly, it doesn't work. I have to actually press it down. Let's try to swap it with a key that we don't really use that often, which is bracket. One of the brackets. Let's do the other bracket, because I know the other one we bent into proper shape. This one not so much. We don't really use bracket that often. Okay, so if we do need to use bracket, we gotta press down. It's not too bad. Not too bad. The one time we gotta use bracket. Okay, that's... Oh, that's not a good sign. Because that looks fine. Just by using it on bracket. Okay. Hopefully. Okay. Okay, so we're fine now. Hopefully this time we have no issues in a typing test. God damn. And we don't have to use the bracket key for some reason. Okay. Exit out of that. Again, we'll do this one more time. Again, these are Cherry MX Browns on the GMMK Pro. The hot swap sockets are slowly starting to fail. Again, just because of these switches. These are the speed coppers, and that's because they were previously soldered. And some of the solder is making some of the contacts a little too thick, bending the contacts in the hot swap socket. Alright, so let's actually get to this caps lock. Caps lock. Still blinking. I don't understand why it's blinking, but let's go. Alright. I don't even know what happened there. Can we... Alright. Alright, now, it looks fine-ish. That was a really, really bad test, unfortunately. Let's do a quote and see if there are any more issues with the board. Because, like I said, I think the issues we're encountering is literally because of remaining solder on previous switches. Because I know the other few switches that I've used don't have this issue, simply because none of them were soldered on at any point in time. So if you're using hot swap switches, do not put previously soldered switches into them, because you can bend them. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to actually test the Cherry MX Browns again with the GMMK Pro. These are lube Cherry MX Brown, so it's slightly different than your regulars. They are higher pitched though, so keep that in mind. So this is going to be one of those higher pitched keyboards at this point. literally is the keyboard. It just feels... I'm not hitting... Even the letter D is not going through. How does that even work? Letter D, because we were testing this earlier. It was working just fine. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm pressing letter D right now. And it's flickering. Holding it's fine. Oh, so sometimes it doesn't register properly. And it's delayed. I just have to keep using it. Yeah, lighter. Yeah, it's a little iffy, so let's actually clean that up. Unfortunately. So I think we found the weakness of Gale hot swap sockets. Alright. I don't think anyone actually talks about it, so we're again gonna bend this just a little wee bit. Same with the other leg. And hopefully now it works just fine. That feels a little better. Okay. Alright, let's talk about the quote, but we now know what this sounds like just fine. Alright, so let's watch it, please. The replay. Alright, War and Peace. And this is what it says. And it looks like N was getting some issues as well. Like, I think if I go back here to VIA, right, hit N. I think... Oh, I'm holding down N. It's not going through properly, so we're gonna fix N a little bit. But yeah, no, I think that's why I kept doing a lot of errors. I was just basically going, why can't I type properly? It's because the key switch isn't going in properly. That's why. Now it's proper. Okay. So we're finding issues. We're gonna exit out of that. Alright. Alright, let's actually talk about the quote. And this is from War and Peace, apparently. The higher a man stands on the social ladder, the greater number of people he is connected with. The more power he has over other people, the more obvious is the predestination and inevitability of his every action. The more power he has over other people, the more obvious is... Is this just a bell curve? Like, you can't figure out what other people are going to do on a case-by-case basis, but as a majority, you can tell where the majority will head just because a lot of people have a general same sense of direction of what they're about to do. For example, if the building is on fire, what are the chances everyone's going to run out of there? 90% of the people will run out of there. Some people would probably be still asleep despite blaring alarms going on. I am unfortunately one of them. I remember actually a point where I was the only one sleeping in the house when a glass literally broke and fell off the wall. So basically it's a large piece of glass, like bigger than this section here for headphones. It's just this large piece of glass that was being hung by a few screws. And it literally at one point in the middle of the night just broke off of the wall, slammed into the floor. Weirdly enough, didn't shatter, just went BAM! Twice, like first down, straight on the floor. It fell like straight downwards, went bang! And then and just made a slapping sound. So two different sounds that were excessively loud. And I was the only one in the house that did not wake up. So yes, if there was a blaring alarm that was saying, by the way, there's a fire, I'd be sleeping. I'd still be asleep. Unfortunately. And that's not exactly my choice. That is just like, I am literally just... I didn't even know it happened until they told me the next day. I didn't know. I just didn't know until the next day. And yeah, and I definitely was true because the mirror was on the side. It was just laying there on the couch. Just got like, why is the mirror on the couch? It's because that happened in the middle of the night and I didn't know. So, okay, so yeah, that was the Cherry MX Browns. And that is it for today. Make sure to actually follow and or subscribe depending on the platform you are on. And let me know what other ideas you would have. And hopefully next week, we're actually going to be soldering into the Iron 165. And I know with the Iron 165, it is as this is as similar as it can get. So basically what I'm going to be doing is going back into this very specific stream as well and listening and seeing if any of them actually sound the way I believe they would most likely actually fit on the Iron 165. The downside is I'm going to have to solder them in. So I might actually just buy Milmax. And the reason for that is, like I said, these were previously soldered. And putting them into Kale hot swap sockets slowly breaks them. So it just spreads those little wings, basically the contact section. Like if this is, you know, don't be gross. The pin, it just literally rests there. It was just like basically not touching. It just has to touch one side or the other, and you would actually be able to get the contact. But the problem is it's not getting the contact after putting the previously soldered switches in, and that's only literally because I guess I can show. Hit 0. Oh my god, I just realized that's not connected for some reason. Let me connect that again, because earlier we were having issues with the control key. 0. So as you can see here, right, I put product focus off. Yeah, man. No, you can focus. So as you can see, the actual switch is previously soldered. It's normally not that color, and it would be a little bit thicker is the problem. And just being the slightest bit thicker is what causes the Kale hot swap sockets to slowly fail. And you have to bend the switches just to actually get it to contact. Because you can see, as we did earlier, we were in a via, I guess. Oh wow, that's a weird angle because of all of the other things. But you know, it looks fine without my hand over there. But okay, we'll do this. Anyways, if I open up via, hopefully we won't see these issues again. Hopefully it's not there, but right. Key tester. I think it was the letter D. Yeah, the D had some issues. M has some issues. Look, I'm holding the key down. You can't see it. I have to slam into it. So, oh, nothing. You can audibly hear that. No notification. I have to slam it down. See, I'm pressing really hard just to get it to flicker. As you can see, pressing it down, no longer. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it goes. It's flickering. I'm not even moving. You don't hear anything. So what I had to do, like I said, is pull this out, grab a key switch puller, and bend it just a little, just boop, just the tiniest, weeniest bit. Push it in, and now it works just fine. No issues, as you can see. That's why I made so many typos. All right. Anyways, that is it for me for today. Again, more keyboard content next week on the Monday, around 7:30 to 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Every Monday is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing keyboard content, and hopefully, depending on my paycheck, I'm not doing so well, unfortunately. Depending on my paycheck, we'll see if we can get new switches and we can actually test them out. Hopefully, we won't be breaking any boards in the process this time. Hopefully I can also buy the Gatoron root beer switches, because like, oh yeah, root beer switches. That sounds awesome to have root beer switches. All right. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. Have a nice one, and of course, make sure to follow if you want more keyboard content. I do it at least once a week, every Monday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right. I'll see you guys next time.